So Bria Hartley is driving in. Sophie Cunningham, or Kelsey Mitchell comes down. Sophie Cunningham overhelps. And Bria Hartley just kind of plows through her leg by the looks of things. She kind of plows through the knee. And Sophie's holding like her patella.
Sophie Cunningham. Oh, man. I got to tell you. This victory, it came with a big price. Bria Hartley, let me just start there because we've got Sophie Cunningham's sister and mother weighing in on the league. And Bria Hartley right here. This is Hartley right here coming in.
She tries to slide over right there, and Hartley just kind of falls
and
and
she
makes collision
crushes
with that lower
in
leg. You see her immediately grab
on the
it.
knee of Sophie right here.
She went down hard. And
and that was it.
Let's be real. If this many injuries were hitting any other team, people would be screaming for an investigation. So why does it feel like the WNBA has it out for their biggest star? Stick around, because this whole situation could wreck women's basketball's biggest phenomenon before it even hits its peak.
As an Indiana Fever fan, this absolutely sucks. I mean, first we lose CC. We don't know when she's coming back, if she's coming back. And now this happens to Sophie Cunningham. Are we just cursed?
This is the play that just occurred.
That's like she tries to slide over right there, and Hartley just kind of falls and makes collision with that lower leg. You see her immediately grab it.
Caitlin Clark's been out 12 straight games with a groin injury that keeps flaring back up. Ari McDonald, done for the year with a broken foot. Sydney Colson, out for the season with a torn ACL.
It looked bad. She's going to be done for the year. I don't know how much longer the Indiana Fever can continue to survive with these injuries. I just have to be honest. I got to be real. We lost Sydney Colson to a torn ACL. Ari McDonald, broken bone in her foot. Caitlin Clark has played like 12 games all year or something like that. DeWanna Bonner scammed us. I mean, it's been a complete shit show, to say the least. It's been a shit show. I just got to be.
That's 4 key players from the same team, folks. 4. Most teams lose maybe one starter in a whole season if they're unlucky. But Indiana? They're losing players like it's some messed up game of Survivor. And the WNBA just shrugs like it's business as usual.
I mean, immediately in the game, the refs was just on some ish, bro. Just on something, and y'all know what I always say, man. What if Sophie or somebody was your aunt, your niece, your daughter? You know, you got to put yourself in reality, you know, because she is somebody's daughter, she is somebody's sister, and this is just unfortunate. And those of you who don't think a civil rights investigation need to be brought upon this league is tripping. This civil rights investigation.
The league's answer? Sign Odyssey Sims on a hardship contract because they literally don't have enough healthy guards left to play. Think about that. The most popular women's team in history is scrambling for emergency signings just to put 5 players on the floor. That's not bad luck. That's the league wrecking its own golden goose.
Sophie Cunningham lying down, clearly in pain, visible pain, agony pain, stays down. Got to cut to commercial. The medical staff comes around her. She looks like she walked off on her own accord, but it looked like she walked off in pain on her own accord. Out for the rest of the game. Only played 10 minutes. And that's where Lexi Holm needed to step up. And step up she did. Step up she...
Sophie's sister Lindsay and her mom Paula. At WNBA, maybe you should focus less on fining players for commenting on your poor officiating and more about hiring officials that are able to call a consistent game, protect your athletes. Pathetic. Praying for you, Sophie Cunningham. Yeah, officially... my 2 favorite players in this league that I really particularly love to pull for, they're both out now. And it did not look good. No word on that, by the way.
Pathetic. That's the only word for this. Sophie Cunningham's already been fined 4 times for calling out the refs. And now she's hurt too, because those same refs wouldn't protect her from dirty plays. The irony would be funny if it wasn't so infuriating. Even her mom blasted opponents online before deleting the post. When families start saying players are being targeted, maybe it's time the league takes notice instead of handing out more fines.
Oh, Cunningham is
You can literally hear her screaming in pain. It's so heartbreaking. Indiana Fever star guard Sophie Cunningham, the enforcer, had a lower leg injury today against the Connecticut Suns.
Caitlin Clark has missed 19 of Indiana's 32 games this year. 19. The same player who brought in millions of new fans and boosted WNBA revenue is sitting more than she's playing. And we're supposed to believe that's just bad luck? Her injury list reads like a doctor's file. Quad strain, groin strain, rangery, out for weeks at a time. These aren't random. These are the results of constant physical beatdowns from defenders. Even her old coach Lisa Blutter admitted the scouting report is basically, be physical with her. There's a difference between playing tough and what's happening to Clark. And Stephanie White flat out said the physicality has gone to another level. That's not coach speak. That's a warning.
Out a damn lawsuit. It is Sophie as well. It's Sophie as well. Just the amount of calls, the way she's been treated. Watch this. I mean, just immediately. First, look at this. Instantly into the game. Instantly. Immediately. Sophie got hammered. They had a target to hurt Sophie. She was targeted by this team for a reason. They wanted to hurt Sophie. They made it their business to hurt Sophie.
And here's the worst part. It's not even just the injuries, it's how the league responds. Players call out bad refs? Fined. Coaches say the game's too rough? Sanctioned. But refs who let star players get hacked, shoved, and taken out of games? Nothing. Total silence. Christine Brennan nailed it. More people are watching than ever before, and what they see is the WNBA letting refs turn games into demolition derbies. The head of officiating swears refs are held accountable. Really? Then why does Clark get shoved to the floor and it's just a common foul?
I told y'all Bria Hartley is a dirty player. She's no different than Dejanay Carrington. It just doesn't get as much publicity because the Connecticut Sun stink. Point blank, period. She's reckless. She injured Sophie Cunningham. It is a travesty. Stephanie White, you better go and you need to be buying Kelsey Mitchell food all week. You need to send her a personal masseuse because she saved your job tonight. Your ass should have been fired if y'all would have lost today. Point blank and period. You was horrible. Bro, before you could sneeze, achoo, we was down by 10 plus points in the first quarter.
Here's what they don't want you to see. Indiana's playoff odds dropped from over 99% to 87% as injuries piled up. They've slipped in the standings, and now teams like Seattle and LA are right behind them. Coincidence? Or exactly what the league wanted? Think about it. Clark made the WNBA explode in popularity, but she also exposed how weak the rest of the competition looked. So how do you balance things? Take away Indiana's advantages. ESPN still gives them good odds to make the playoffs, but every game Clark misses, that number drops. And with only 10 games left, they're running out of time.
There's only 13 teams in the WNBA. 8 of them go to the playoffs. Not 6, not 4, 8. Over 50% of them go to the playoffs. So when you are supposed to win games that you're supposed to win, you're supposed to just take care of business. I don't care if they lost Caitlin Clark. They still have Kelsey Mitchell. They have Aaliyah Boston, Sophie Cunningham. Hope she feels better. Lexi Hall. They have talent on this team. They have enough talent.
Now check out the timeline. Early season, Clark strains her quad, misses weeks. Comes back, plays great, then groin injury. Out again. Comes back, drops 32 points on New York, then immediately gets hurt against Connecticut. Since August, hasn't played. While she's out, McDonald and Colson both go down in the same game. Then Cunningham. 4 big players. All from the one team the league was banking on to carry women's basketball. At some point, you stop calling it bad luck and start calling it what it is, a target.
We have no idea when Caitlin Clark is coming back or if she is coming back at all. Every time that they get asked, they just say TBD. We have no idea what's going on, which is, in my opinion, quite suspicious. You kind of know what is going to happen with an injury. The doctors can give you an estimate. The player can tell you, you know, I'm not really feeling that great. I don't expect to be coming back, but she has been practicing with the team. Maybe she's going to come back for the playoffs and help them get that championship, or at least try to get the champion.
Sophie Cunningham's sister didn't just vent online. She called out the league's priorities. Instead of hiring refs who can keep games safe, the WNBA fines players for telling the truth. Sophie even got fined for a TikTok where she called the refs useless, and fans backed her instantly. GoFundMe's covered her fines within hours. Petitions pulled in thousands of signatures. The league's answer? More fines. More silencing. And that's exactly what Lindsay meant when she called the league pathetic. It's not just one game. It's the entire system failing the players who are driving the sport's growth.
Sophie's mother, Paula, Hartley is a disgruntled player having trouble everywhere she goes. She's playing mean and plays out of control. So, what can you say? I do not blame Sophie's mother and sister for being upset. Marina Mabrey went nuts in this game, scored 27.
Sophie's injury isn't just another injury. It's proof the WNBA has lost control. Candace Parker says every star is going to face physical play. Sure, that's normal. But what Indiana's dealing with is way past normal. This is a league that treats its stars like threats, not assets. It's refs who let certain teams get destroyed while protecting others. It's leadership that cares more about saving face than protecting players. But here's what they didn't expect. The fans aren't buying it. Social media is exploding with support for Cunningham. Missed calls are going viral. Former players and coaches are speaking out. And when you fine a player for calling out bad refs, and then she gets hurt because of those same refs, you just proved her right.
This is a play where Sophie Cunningham is dribbling toward the baseline. As you can see, she catches the ball in the wing, dribbles down, and then JC Sheldon kind of body checks her out of bounds, but the referee didn't call a foul there. He just called it an out of bounds. Like, Sophie Cunningham ran out of bounds is what he called. So you watch her here, dribbles, pushed out of bounds. Sophie's like, oh, of course, it's going to be a foul. No, it wasn't. That wasn't a foul. This one, she actually quote tweeted herself. As you can see, she's running up and then Hartley kind of elbows her in the neck and Sophie falls to the ground. Now she reposted this and she said, they said I flopped, LOL. So I guess the referees told her that she flopped on that play, or the players, who knows. Somebody told her that she flopped on that play. This is Aaliyah Boston and Tina Charles, and they are battling in the post.
Indiana came into this season with championship goals. They built a win-now team with proven vets. Even Cheryl Swoops, one of Clark's biggest critics, predicted they'd win it all. Vegas had them as legit contenders. And now, their shot is slipping away, not because they weren't good enough, but because the league let their core players get picked off one by one.